Obviously, Oklahoma has been very good to us. We had a great attitude going in, a little bit of experience under our belt, and we're able to go out in pretty tough conditions. It was quite windy, as Oklahoma can tend to be. Golf course was by far the hardest that we play in college golf. But I think that the positives before we went to the net, for the regionals at least, we hit a lot of fairways and we're putting very well. So those two factors at that particular golf course were really important to moving through. Seems the theme of those 3 days was resilience and the fact that you were going to make a double bogey. You were going to make several bogeys. The front side was harder than the back. So moving through was, I'd say, even expected, even though I didn't want to put too much pressure on them with that word. So obviously we're elated and look forward to even better things in the national championship this year.
You return to the state of Oklahoma, I guess, for the NCAA Championship, so you have to feel really good about going back to that state.
We do, and you know, I believe in little karmas, and Coach Schmidt, Al Schmidt, and I have become buddies. And I get a text from him the other day, and he said, "You know, funny how things come out." Says, "I'm following a Tulsa oil truck right now." I said, "I really like you." So.
Your team was pretty much on that number 8 cut line after 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
How did they kind of react to being on that cut line and going forward and shooting the best round? I think of the day, or one of the best rounds of the day, to get them to third.
You know, everybody was within 3 shots, so it really wasn't that big a deal. We had played the first round, we were 4, 5, 6 shots from where we really should have been, but we played the back first, finished on the front. And it was quite different. The chemistry was different. The hard side was definitely the front side, so we finished on that side and didn't have the repair power of the back. So first round, not so hot. Got our nerves in check. The freshmen kind of felt what it felt like to get through that first round. So the second round, we put ourselves in a place that was very close. Very good second round, but very close to where we should be. And we knew that final round, with our competitive spirit and the resilience that we focused in on, and that we would make birdies coming into that backside, and that we did play the morning wave, we felt really good going into that last day.
Your girls have quite a bit of experience, obviously, this their second time there at the NCAA Championship. I know they didn't play how they wanted to well last year, but do you feel confident that the experience will carry over to this year?
No doubt about it. The 4-round venue that is the national championship, we had 3 great rounds, 3 very good rounds. So we learned a lot about chemistry and expectations through the 3. The 4th round, the weather changed gears. We let it bother us. We were pushing, and it exploded. So we refused to let that one round dictate our success for that year. And I feel like that in itself, we learned a huge lesson in getting through this whole season and letting the one round at SECs not bother us. It was an anomaly. We didn't understand where it came from. So moving into this year's national championship, I can promise you that we'll reflect on those lessons and hopefully we don't relive them or relearn them. I feel good about the maturity of the girls, and with us setting a scoring average record again this year, they're experienced and their scoring average is as good or better than many of the teams at the national championship. So I think they proved to themselves statistically that they're as good as anybody else. And that's really what's been the theme for these 4 years, is that we are just as good as anybody else. We work as hard or harder than anybody else. So it's fun to see that that they're believing it. And Van Studeman says they drank the Kool-Aid too. So that's the cool part, is seeing where they put themselves now. So.
How do you help them prepare for it?
You know, they're mature freshmen, so there's not really, all I can really do is just contribute by, building their confidence and, giving them a little bit of insight from last year. Other than that, they're prepared. They're really good players, so there's really no pressure for them.
How did you guys feel going into that last round with, it was 2 through 10 being so tightly bunched?
Okay. Well,
I didn't know where we were standing after the front nine, and we wanted to go, and we knew we were gonna go to nationals. And if we didn't, and we didn't give up, and we really fired and some birdies on the back nine and we got it there. So, and we knew it was gonna happen, and we believed. So, I was really impressed, proud, and super excited.
You, Jessica, I mean, obviously, freshman, you've had a really good season. It's the first time to go to an NCAA National Championship.
I'm really excited because it's my first year and I played really good this year, and I'm really excited to go with all my teammates and coach, go to play national and play out with good score.
Do you expect to play this well as a freshman?
Did you expect to play well?
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
She really did. But honestly, she did. Good answer, Peng.
Jessica, when you got here and you saw Ally and how she practiced and how good she was, how does that help your confidence, or does it help your confidence, or make you think, man, I need to work a little bit harder?
Make work harder because she played better than me, and I want to catch up. So
You kind of watch her during the practices and try to improve watching things she does, since you say she's a little bit better than you.
she's not saying she's better than me, but when I watch her practice, I can tell where we're different, what I need to work in on.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been on my heels all year, and we've been back and forth at it.
She helped
yeah.
you out?
Oh, yeah.
You're good, but she's pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really important to have a lot of inter-team competition. So to bring these two freshmen in as well as Ezel, and, you know, just to build our squad and make it more competitive, it means a lot, especially during practice, and it just makes everyone better.
We're going to return everybody, I guess, Ally minus Mary Langdon, but just for Mary Langdon's sake, how much do y'all want to go up there and play well and send her off with maybe a national championship, or at least a top 5 or so?
Yeah, me and Mary Langdon have played a lot of golf together, and it's going to be sad to see her go, but it's also, you know, something that's in the back of our mind, and it's going to push us to, you know, play as well as we can for her, and you know, that's all we can do is just go out and hope for the best, and, you know, we want to give it a go, and wherever that puts us is where it is.
No, you had to wind up in the top 8. Golf is a little bit different. You can finish, and there's other teams that still play. So what do you do while you're waiting to see if you wind up in the eighth or among the 8? I mean, is there pressure? I mean, when you really don't quite know 100% sure you're going to be in that top 8?
There's some. It helps to finish the round and see your name in the top 3. So, you know, there's still a little bit of pressure because there's all kinds of circumstances that could come in, like if the rain comes in and the round is completely washed out, you have that to come into play. But, you know, it's just a waiting game, and you just sit there and wait and wait and wait. And unfortunately, we had to wait for a really long time, but we had some cushion to work with, so it wasn't terribly bad.
And we finished pretty high up on the scoreboard, so we didn't have much pressure on us, and we knew we wouldn't have to go to a playoff even if other groups come in and would score low scores. But if we were up down there a little bit, 7th, 8th, I think we would have been more antsy and pressure.
If you're 3rd, you're hoping you remain 3rd?
We weren't as worried that we were going to drop all the way down to 8th or below. So, I mean, I believed that we would go because we shot the second lowest round on the final round, and I was excited about that.